Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Stay In for another Friday night quiz. Thank you all so much for joining me. I was going to start with something, but you've already started doing it. So I was going to say, who are you and what tier are you in? I know we've got some tier 1s, some tier 2s, some tier 3s up here. We've got, what tier are you in up in Scotland with Nicola's extra ones? Yeah, so hello. How are we all doing this week? Another long week. I'm joined by Rebel in the background here. If you can hear her, she's just having a roll about on the floor there. So there you go. We've got lots of here. Oh, so we've got Alexandra. Thank you for coming back. Oh, from the West Midlands. There you go. Level 3. Oh, here we go. Tier 3s. Danny's in a tier 3. I thought you would be, Danny. Is there an excited young lady in my house tonight? I don't know whether I should say such things, Mum. There is a very excited 6-year-old upstairs, soon to be 7, of course. Big birthday day tomorrow. Maddie's busy making a cake as we speak. Lots of excitement. Yeah, no tears. Yeah, no tears. You're not crying anymore, Colin. You might be. Come at 6 o'clock tomorrow with the rugby. You never know. Wow. Lots of us in tier 3. Oh, goodness. Well, I guess a lot of the country is, isn't it? We're down in the minority as Cornish contingent. So, yeah, it'll be interesting what happens over the next few weeks, won't it? But there is something to look forward to in the next few weeks. If I just get it up on the screen. Some of you may have seen this on social media earlier in the week. This is coming up, the Merry Scuizzes Christmas quiz on Friday the 18th of December at 8 PM. So there you go. That'll be our Christmas squiz together. I know lots of people, well, my colleagues will be finished by then. I know some other people who will be finished on the 18th as well. Let's have one last get together before Christmas, shall we? So yeah, put it in your diaries. 18th of December, the Scuizzes Christmas quiz. That's a mouthful, isn't it? Can I say it by the end of the evening? Yeah, so my plan is we'll do tonight's quiz, and I'll do next week's, which is the 4th of December, the week after, the 11th of December, and then the Christmas quiz, which, you know, I hope to go out with a bang before Christmas. And what I'll do is I'll take a break over Christmas and then see how the ground lies in the new year. But I thought we'd end on a big one. Those of you who've done my Christmas quizzes before, there will be the infamous round. I'm not going to reveal it to everybody else. I always did an infamous round, which was a little bit of a laugh, shall we say. That will be back. So, I need a drink. So fingers crossed we don't have any crying children upstairs tonight. Just seen Team Pebbles come in. Good evening, Team Pebbles. Thank you for joining us. One of my regulars from the Stag when we could go there. I have heard it has been sold now, so it will be turned into houses in the next few months, which is a shame. Evening, Matt, Lisa, Gordon and Mary. Proper job, there you go. And a tier 2. Oh, Chris and the Illuminati, thank you. Yeah, we've got just about everything. I am signed up to a race in January, so hopefully we're still in tier 1 and I can race. Anyway, shall we talk about tonight's quiz? I've whittled on for about 5 minutes to allow you all to log on and settle down. So, tonight's quiz, 4 rounds. We're going to start with a numbers round. That is your first round. Round 2 is a Trivial Pursuit round. There'll be 12 questions in that round, 2 from each of the 6 categories in Trivial Pursuit. And then round 3 is, oh yeah, today is apparently Lancashire Day. Who knew? So it's Lancashire Day today, so we're going to have a round on Lancashire. And then round 4 to end us off, seeing it's all news, we're having a round on bubbles, since we all know about our Christmas bubbles now. And we've got that. I've just seen Chris, which race? It's the Polruan Shuffle, Lou to Polruan on the coast path. So I've been out doing a few recce runs today and last week. Yeah, looking forward to it. And your half marathon should go ahead by the looks of it, which is excellent. Oh yeah, and then the pitch round. So I had great fun with this round. You've probably seen it on the social media. It is this month, Movember, to raise awareness for lots of men's health issues. Lots of people grow a moustache and raise money. It's also St Andrew's Day on Monday. A very big birthday as well for somebody in the family, if they're watching. So, I have done 9 famous Andrews or Andys with moustaches on them. There you go. All you have to do is name the Andrews or Andys on that one. It is on social media and it will be up during the half-time interval. So there we go. Yeah, so that's quite a good fun round. I had fun doing that one. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do tonight. I think I am all set now. So if you are all sitting comfortably and ready to begin, then please let me know and I can start off with the numbers round. Yes, Chris, there are a lot of hills. My legs were screaming with pain early on because I've not done it for so long. Oh, Natalie is watching tonight. There you go. Happy birthday for Monday. Cheers. Oh, Joan Sally drinking Caltech. I love the Caltech stuff. It's really nice, isn't it? So lots of readies coming in. So let's get started. I can see Danny's ready as well. Oh, picked up the wrong page there. Okay, so round 1 is a numbers round. You've got 10 questions in this, and the answers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you know the answers, you just don't know the order at the moment. So it makes sense as we go along. Not too difficult to understand, hopefully. So your answers you already know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here come the questions. Question 1. How many players are on a netball team? How many players are on a netball team? Question 2. How many horsemen of the apocalypse are there? How many horsemen of the apocalypse are there? So you should have 2 of your numbers ticked off by now. Cheers to anyone playing the drinking game. Question 3. Which position in the line of succession is Princess Beatrice? Which position in the line of succession is Princess Beatrice? Question 4. How many general elections did Margaret Thatcher win as leader of the Conservative Party? How many general elections did Margaret Thatcher win as leader of the Conservative Party? Question 5. How many times have Leeds United won the FA Cup? How many times have Leeds United won the FA Cup? Question 6. How many times did King Henry VIII get married? How many times did King Henry VIII get married? Question 7. How many limbs does a squid have? How many limbs does a squid have? So it's referring to tentacles and arms. How many limbs does a squid have? Question 8. How many pints are in 1 gallon? How many pints are in 1 gallon? Question 9. How many land borders excuse me, got a frog in my throat there. How many countries share a land border with the United States of America? How many countries share a land border with the United States of America? And finally in this round, question 10. How many rings are there on the Olympic flag? How many rings are there on the Olympic flag? So there we go, end of round 1. I'll pause for about a minute or so, let you finalise your answers. So you should have the numbers 1 all the way down to 10 in your answers somewhere. I would say thank you to my test teams who thought that round should go first because it broke you in gently. So there you go. Hopefully you found that a gentle introduction as well. And a big thank you, she's not watching but I'm going to say it anyway, big thank you to Maddie who has helped me out this week. She's not watching the quiz tonight because she's busy making birthday cakes and things, but she has helped compile the quiz this week, which was a great help and giving me a few pointers, so thank you Maddie. So round 2 is a Trivial Pursuit round. Now I have this written down in my Scuizzes book that somebody somewhere requested a Trivial Pursuit round at some point. So if it was you, I finally got round to it. So here is a Trivial Pursuit round. There will be 12 questions in this round. Okay, and to make up for that, there's only 9 pictures and there's only 9 in one of the other rounds as well. So you will still get the score out of, 50. So in this Trivial Pursuit round, you will have 2 geography questions, 2 entertainment questions, 2 history questions, then 2 art and literature questions, then 2 science and nature questions, and finally 2 sport and leisure questions. So 2 questions taken from each of the 6 categories. I don't know if Rab will like that or not with that noise. Yeah, so these are actually taken from Trivial Pursuit. There we go. Rebel does not seem to like the Trivial Pursuit round. Anyway, let's move on, shall we? I am really wittering tonight. Question 1 is your first geography question. What forms the northern border of Algeria? What forms the northern border of Algeria? Sorry. The northern border of Algeria. Rebel's now trying to climb up the back. Pulling all the wires everywhere. What is she up to? There we go. I think I'm still on the screen there. Question 2, your second geography question. What is the world's largest group of freshwater lakes? What is the world's largest group of freshwater lakes? I think we're balanced again. Right, so there's your geography out of the way, Graham. I know it's your favourite subject. And now we're going to have 2 entertainment questions. So, question 3. Which former pop star and Chris Evans' ex played the role of Rose Tyler in Doctor Who? Which former pop star and Chris Evans' ex played the role of Rose Tyler in Doctor Who? Question 4. What was George Harrison's first posthumous number 1? What was George Harrison's first posthumous number 1? Question 5. What was last shipped from Britain to Australia in 1852? What was last shipped from Britain to Australia in 1852? It's not a crying child, it's a dog rolling around on the floor. Don't know if you can hear that or not. Question 6. Who did James Earl Ray confess to killing? Who did James Earl Ray confess to killing? So those last two were your history ones. And questions 7 to 8, they are our art and literature ones. Am I doing woodwork? You know what, Malcolm? Maybe I am down here below the camera. No, Rebel is just going crazy for some reason. So your two art and literature questions here. Question 7. Which artist inspired Don McLean's hit which begins with the words Starry, Starry Night? Which artist inspired Don McLean's hit which begins with the words Starry, Starry Night? No, she's really not doing it. Saw her in a piece of wood. She's just rolling around on the floor. Doesn't often come in here, so she's probably trying to spread her scent around. Question 8. What is the name of Tintin's dog? What is the name of Tintin's dog? Oh, is it that bad, is it, Graham? She wants to escape. Now you've got 2 questions from the science and nature category. So question 9. What is the only fish to have a prehensile tail? What is the only fish to have a prehensile tail? I've mentioned a rebel, I don't know how many times. You're probably going to laugh at me, aren't you? never get through a stag quiz without Malcolm chirping up, could I? I miss those jokes. Question, where are we up to? Question 10. Which garden flower takes its name from the Greek goddess of rainbows? Which garden flower takes its name from the Greek goddess of rainbows? Definition of prehensile. So a monkey has got a prehensile tail because it can use it as an extra limb. So it can wrap it around things and move it around. I don't know the exact dictionary definition off the top of my head like that. But yeah, a monkey has a prehensile tail. It uses it as an extra limb, and one fish uses it in a very similar way. Somebody, I'm sure, will pipe up in the chat with a dictionary definition. I can't check it just now. And the final two questions from this round are from our sport and leisure category. And question 11. Which man's name is also a martial arts grade? Which man's name is also a martial arts grade? Got to move on to the water for a minute. No worries, Guy. And finally, in the Trivial Pursuits round, another sports and leisure question for you. Question 12. What word connects the frame of a dartboard and a type of cue in snooker? What word connects the frame of a dartboard and a type of cue in snooker? There we go, that is the end of our Trivial Pursuits round. I hope you are enjoying the quiz this evening. Rebels come from with a little pat down here. So yeah, and as you know by now, because I don't think anybody's in newbie by now, are they? But we're going to have a quick break for about 5 minutes or so, so you can visit the facilities in the Stay Inn, whatever the facilities are in your own Stay Inn there. Visit the bar, go to the loo, anything like that. And also use that time to figure out any answers from the last two rounds that you're still arguing about. I will put up the 9 famous moustached Andys and Andrews. So I've just had a message on my phone coming through to clarify on those Andrews. Yeah, some of them are real, but there are also a few fictional Andys or Andrews in there as well. So they're either real people called Andrew or Andy, and then there's also a few fictional Andys or Andrews in there. Right, Joe is after question 10. I'm presuming of round 2. So question 10 in round 2 for you, Joe, that is, which garden flower takes its name from the Greek goddess of rainbows? There you go. I hope I read the right question 10 out to you there, Joe. Right, so that brings us to the end of the first part of the quiz. If you don't want any more repeating, just throw them up in the chat very quickly and I will try and answer them at some point during the interval. Yeah, so I'll flash up those famous Andrews and Andys with their moustaches on, and then I'll speak to you all again in about 5 minutes or so. See you later, Scuizzes. Okay then, I am back. Sorry, there was a queue at the bar here in the stay-in. Took a little bit longer than I thought, but I am now back, ready to, well, we'll go through the answers to the first 2 rounds to begin with, and then progress with rounds 3 and 4. I hope you've been able to have a go at those pictures, my moustached Andrews. A few tricky ones in there, the test team set, so I wonder how you've all got on with those. So I'm just going to take those pictures away. Oh, there I am. Yeah, it's quite funny. I've noticed, before the quiz starts, the chat, you're all talking about what you're drinking and everything. And as soon as I start, it's like that moment when you're having a meal and everyone's chatting and the meal arrives and everyone goes quiet. It's like that on the live chat at the moment. Yeah, so feel free to keep using the chat during the quiz and in between rounds and things if you would like to. Oh, we got all Mum's drinking things. She's using the live chat. Dad's moved to the bad to the rum. Oh, it was that was his 70th birthday present, wasn't it? I think. I'm back on the Baileys. There you go. I've topped up my beer there. Yeah. So should we do some answers anyway, rather than me going on and on and on? So the first 2 rounds, we had a numbers round, and then we had the Trivial Pursuit round. So here are your answers to round 1, the numbers round. Question 1. On a netball team, there are 7 players. Question 2. There are 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Question 3. Princess Beatrice, she is 9th in the line of succession. So 9. Question 4. Margaret Thatcher won 3 general elections as leader of the Conservatives. Question 5. Leeds United have won the FA Cup on 1 occasion. Question 6. Henry VIII, he married 6 times. Question 7. How many limbs does a squid have? Well, a squid has 10 limbs. It has 8 tentacles and 2 arms. Question 8. There are 8 pints in 1 gallon. Question 9. There are 2 countries which share a land border with the United States. Canada to the north, Mexico to the south. And question 10. On the Olympic flag, there are 5 rings. So there you go. You have your numbers 1 all the way up to 10 in your order. And then we moved on to the Trivial Pursuit round. I noticed nobody's owned up to this yet, so maybe whoever it is has missed this round. Anyway, question 1, round 2, question 1. The northern border of Algeria is formed by the Mediterranean Sea. Question 2. The world's largest group of freshwater lakes is the Great Lakes. Question 3. On to entertainment now. The former pop star who played Rose Tyler in Doctor Who is Billie Piper. Question 4. George Harrison's first posthumous #1 was My Sweet Lord. On to history. Question 5. What was last shipped from Britain to Australia in 1852? It was convicts, prisoners, anything along those lines. Question 6. James Earl Ray confessed to killing Martin Luther King Jr. 7 and 8 are on art and literature. Question 7. Don McLean's song, which begins Starry, Starry Night, was inspired by Vincent van Gogh. Question 8. Tintin's dog is called Snowy. And we have 2 questions on science and nature. Question 9. The only fish with a prehensile tail is a seahorse. It grabs bits of seagrass, doesn't it, and holds on to them. Question 10. The garden flower, which takes its name from the Greek goddess of rainbows, is Iris. And finally, 2 sport and leisure questions. The man's name, which is also a martial arts grade, is Dan. And question 12. The word that connects the frame of a dartboard and a type of cue in snooker is spider. So in snooker it's a bridging cue, isn't it? And then it's the spider on the dartboard is a metal frame there between all the beds. So there we go with those answers. How are we doing, Scuizzes, after the first 2 rounds there? Let me know how you're doing. I've just had a message on my phone. What am I drinking? I'm still on, if you remember from last week, the Cornish Best Bitter from Castle Brewery in Lostwithiel. Did buy a whole case. I can't get through a whole case in a week. But yeah, they very kindly delivered. Free delivery within 12 miles of Lostwithiel. So if you're in St Clear, they deliver for free, which is excellent. There we go. Colin is on full marks there. Well done, Colin. We did have a full marks for the whole quiz last week, didn't we? Full marks for Mum as well. Here we go. We get. Whew, look at these scores fighting. We've got another 22, Kai. We got 19. We got 17s, but Danny's down on 13. Oh dear, Danny. 16 for Matt, Lisa Gordon, and I've forgotten your 4th one. Sorry, Matt, Lisa Gordon, and whoever. I didn't make a note of it. Ludan Losers are on 21. Oh, a real range of scores here. More 2021s. Oh, fantastic. Oh, Bob at the bookshop's got 20. Started my book last night, Bob. I did get a copy of Rebecca in the end, for those who were here last week. Malcolm's not saying. There you go. Illuminati is on 18. Wow, there you go. Quirky, loving this. There you go. I haven't seen your name pop up for a while, Quirky, have I? Were you here last week? Anyway, so 2 rounds to go. We've got the round on Lancashire, and then we're going to finish with the bubbles round. There'll only be 9 questions in the bubbles round, so that over the course of the evening you'll have had 50 questions. I like nice round numbers. Yeah, so round 3. Today is Lancashire Day, which I found when I was researching the quiz today. Back on the 27th of November 1295 was the first time that Lancashire sent a representative to Parliament. So they've decided to celebrate this and have a Lancashire Day, which, you know, fair enough. So I thought I would tie in with this, and we'll have 10 questions all about Lancashire. So I hope you are ready for this, Scuizzes. And we're going to start off. Question 1 of round 3. What colour of rose is associated with Lancashire? What colour of rose is associated with Lancashire? So you're outperforming the test teams this week. You never can tell, can you? Question 2. Which politician is the current Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster? Which politician is the current Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster? Question 3. The House of Lancaster and which other house fought in the Wars of the Roses? The House of Lancaster, and which other house fought in the Wars of the Roses? Question 4. Now, none of my test teams got this one right, but they were all there or thereabouts. So let's see if any of you can get it. So question 4. Which motorway connects Blackpool to the M6 near Preston? Which motorway connects Blackpool to the M6 near Preston? Question 5. At which cricket ground do Lancashire Cricket Club play their home matches? At which cricket ground do Lancashire Cricket Club play their home matches? Rebel is not helping with the birthday cake, but she's been banned from the study. And she trotted off when I was getting a refill of the drink, so I don't know where she's gone. Question 6. Which Lancastrian football team play their home games at the happy place of Turf Moor? Which Lancastrian football team play their home games at the happy place of Turf Moor? Question 7. The Avro Lancaster was what type of military vehicle? The Avro Lancaster was what type of military vehicle? Question 8. What type of meat is traditionally found in a Lancashire hot pot? What type of meat is traditionally found in a Lancashire hot pot? What a great winter's evening meal. Question 9. True or false? We've got 1 in 2 chance here. True or false? The actress Sarah Lancashire was born in Lancashire. So true or false? The actress Sarah Lancashire was born in Lancashire. And finally, in the Lancashire round, question 10 for you. James Maxwell and Charles Tuke were the designers of which Lancastrian landmark? James Maxwell and Charles Tuke were the designers of which Lancastrian landmark? So there you go, 10 questions on Lancashire. So we'll move on to our bubbles round in a second. 9 questions on bubbles, seeing as we have all been told about Christmas bubbles this week. Oh, hang on, my phone is going mad down here. Let me just check this. There's always somebody. Can I clarify? Oh, yes, okay. Can I clarify question 10? When I talk about a Lancastrian landmark, the question was, do I mean a monument in Lancaster or a monument in Lancashire? A landmark. By Lancastrian landmark, I mean somewhere in Lancashire. Doesn't have to be in Lancaster itself. So I hope that clarifies it for you. You who shall not be named. You know who you are, and I know that why you're not on a live chat. So, shall we move on then to the bubbles round? Big announcements this week about household bubbles, Christmas bubbles, which just throw up more questions than they actually answered, really, doesn't it? But yeah, it means that there is a chance that some of us will get to see family over Christmas. A little bit of good news amongst all the doom and gloom of tier 2s and tier 3s. But here are 9 questions about bubbles for you. So, question 1. Which famous pop star once had a pet chimpanzee called Bubbles? Which famous pop star once had a pet chimpanzee called Bubbles? Question 2. Where on TV did Bubbles the Clown appear for an estimated 70,000 hours? Where on TV did Bubbles the Clown appear for an estimated 70,000 hours? Question 3. Which rock band had a 2009 hit with the song Bubbles? Which rock band had a 2009 hit with the song Bubbles? Question 4. Which type of drink is colloquially known as bubbles? Which type of drink is colloquially known as bubbles? That will be it. Question 5. Which bubble did Alfred Fielding and Max Chavanez accidentally create whilst trying to invent 3D wallpaper? So which bubble did Alfred Fielding and Mark Chavanez accidentally create whilst trying to invent 3D wallpaper? It was in 1957, if you're interested. Question 6. Which gas forms the bubbles in carbonated drinks? Which gas forms the bubbles in carbonated drinks? Question 7. In Cockney rhyming slang, what does having a bubble mean? In Cockney rhyming slang, what does having a bubble mean? Question 8. Which characters say the words double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble? Which characters say the words double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble? That was question 8. So question 9 is our final one of the evening, seeing as we had a 12 question round earlier on. So here you go with question 9 of this bubble round. Question 9. The character Bubbles, who was obsessed with keeping his bubbles in a treasure chest, appeared in which film? The character Bubbles, who was obsessed with keeping his bubbles in a treasure chest, appeared in which film? So that brings us to an end of the questions for this evening. Yeah, test teams thought the second half was a little bit harder. I wonder if you felt that as well. Yeah, so we'll see when the scores come in, won't we? Some really high scores first round and second round. But as you're all regulars here at the Stay In, what we'll do now is we'll just have a very quick 2-minute break so that you can settle on any answers or pop out to whatever you need to do in the Stay In. And then I'll come back with the answers to the picture round first, so make sure you've got some answers for those. And then I'll do rounds 3 and 4, and then we'll do a quick tiebreaker as well in case anyone is tied. Although, as I always say, there isn't a winner apart from whoever has had the most fun. So let me pop up those 9 famous Andrews and Andys. Remember, they are real or fictional. And then I'll be back in about 2 minutes with all your answers. Here are the pictures, and I shall speak to you soon. Okay, that was a much quicker break there. There wasn't a queue at the bar at the stay-in for me this time round. So yeah, I've come back, ready to do the answers. Hopefully now you've heard my voice, you are ready to mark your answers to the picture round, and then to rounds 3 and 4. Oh, Danny struggled tonight. Sorry, Danny, but you may win if you have had the most fun. Let me know how much fun you've been having, Danny. Hopefully I've not put you off coming back to the stay-in. Yeah, so our famous Andrews, hidden by moustaches in recognition of Movember. Yeah, so test teams struggled with numbers 2, 6, 7 and 9. Not all of them struggled with all 4, but 2, 6, 7 and 9 were the ones that tripped people up there. Most seem to get 1, 3, 4, 5 and 8. So let's see the answers to those famous Andrews and Andys. Yeah, let me know if you got one of those 4 harder ones, 2, 6, 7 or 9. Alright, here we go. Number 1 is Prince Andrew. Question 2 is Andy... I should say Andy Day. Andy Day, not Andy Ray. Andy Day from CBeebies and lots of other children's programmes. Andy and his Dinosaur Adventure. Anything along those lines. Don't know why I put Ray, not Day. Anyway, question 3 is Andy Pandy. I think the moustache actually suits him rather well. Question 4 is Andrew Flintoff. Question 5 is Julie Andrews. Question 6, Andrew Sachs, or Manuel from Fawlty Towers. Did you recognise him? Question 7, Andy Warhol. Question 8, Andrew Marr. And question 9 is Andy Dufresne, a fictional character from the Shawshank Redemption. A few of my test teams went, it's the guy from Shawshank Redemption, but we don't know his name. Yeah, Andy Dufresne. There you go. So that is your picture round for this evening. Let me just take that away so you can see me. Here I am again. And let's go through the answers to the Lancashire round and then the Bubbles round, and let's see how you have done this evening. There you go. Danny had fun. That's what I like to hear, Danny. Thank you for keeping on returning. One day I will meet you, Danny. So, round 3 was our Lancashire round in celebration of Lancashire Day today. Question 1. It is a red rose that is associated with Lancashire. Question 2. The current Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster is Michael Gove. Question 3. The Wars of the Roses were between the House of Lancaster and the House of York. Question 4. Did anybody get this one right? It is the M55, which connects Blackpool to the M6 near Preston. It's the M55. Question 5. Lancashire Cricket Club play their home games at Old Trafford. Question 6. It is Burnley who play their home games at Turf Moor. Question 7. The Avro Lancaster was a type of plane. Of course, it is the Lancaster Bomber. Question 8. A Lancashire hot pot is traditionally made with lamb or mutton. I'll accept mutton if you put mutton. Lamb or mutton, there you go. Question 9. True or false? The actress Sarah Lancashire was born in Lancashire. That is true. She was born in Oldham. Although it is now part of Greater Manchester, not Lancashire, it was in Lancashire at the time. So there you go. Lots going on in that question, but Sarah Lancashire was born in Lancashire. And question 10. James Maxwell and Charles Tuke, they designed the Blackpool Tower. The Blackpool Tower there. And then we finished off, didn't we, with 9 questions about bubbles. So question 1. The famous pop star who once had a pet chimpanzee called Bubbles was Michael Jackson. Question 2. Bubbles the clown. He was on telly for an estimated 70,000 hours. And he was on the BBC Test Card F. Which, if you didn't know the proper name for it, it's that picture that came up when the BBC wasn't broadcasting, which had the girl and the blackboard, and there was Bubbles the clown just sat next to her. So if you've described that in some way, shape or form, that is where Bubbles the clown appeared. Question 3. The rock band who had a hit with Bubbles was Biffy Clyro. Question 4. The drink colloquially known as Bubbles, that is sparkling wine or champagne. What have we got here? Oh, we got the M55. Well done, Mum. Question 5. Alfred Fielding and Mark Chavanez, they accidentally created bubble wrap when they were trying to invent 3D wallpaper. Question 6. The gas which forms bubbles in carbonated drinks is carbon dioxide. Question 7. In Cockney rhyming slang, if you are having a bubble, you are having a bubble bath, so you are having a laugh. So having a bubble means you are having a laugh. Question 8. The characters who said double, double, toil and trouble, fire, burn and cauldron bubble, that was the witches in Macbeth. And question 9. The character Bubbles, who was obsessed with keeping his bubbles in a treasure chest, appeared in Finding Nemo. So there we go. That is all your answers for this evening, Scuizzes. Thank you very much for joining me. Just gone 9:15. There you go. So how have you done this evening? It'd be interesting to see the split between first half and second half. Let me know how you got on. I'm impressed that some of you got M55. I wonder if anyone got those pictures that the test team struggled with. Yeah, so thank you for joining me once again. Here we go, scores coming in. We've got a 41 there. Oh, that's a good start. That's a good benchmark for us, 41. That's right there. We've got Graham down in 39 in Somerset. There you go. Oh, Kai, there you go. What a cracking score there, Leicester. In Leicester, 46. Lou Down Losers, 40 with 2 exclamation marks. Is that your highest total ever, I wonder? There we got 42. We got 37, a 44. Illuminati on a 40. Lots of 40s. There we go. This is what I like to see. And Jane had one more than Somerset. There you go. Danny, shocking on 31. Danny, come on, you know. If you're over half marks, then I think you're doing well. And there you go. You've also told us you're having fun, so there you go. Oh, the Illuminati have bumped themselves up one. There you go. Stop saying dreadful scores, everybody. It's about having fun, not about your scores. There you go. Bookshop team report on Bubbles. Oh dear. There you go. Lots of good scores coming in. Morgan's beat you again, Danny. Oh dear. Well, lots of similar scores, so I think we do need a tiebreaker. So here is your tiebreaker. And I would like this answer in millimeters. So millimeters, I'd like this answer in. What is the largest bubble blown using bubble gum? In millimeters, what is the largest bubble ever blown in bubble gum? There you go, Quirky, 46. Oh, of course, Trevine 4. I should have made that link, shouldn't I? It just hasn't been you commenting for the Trevine 4 over the last few weeks. There you go, another 46 up in Newcastle. There you go, Jackie. I just love the spread, the geographical spread that we get here. You know, it's just meant to be a little thing for St. Clear and around, and you know, suddenly over VE Day it spread out. We've got the West Midlands, we've got Leicester, we've got Newcastle, Bristol, Wales as well, haven't we? On Anglesey there, Somerset, of course. Cool, yeah, here we go. So I'm starting to get answers in, managed to fill that gap. 730 millimeters, 60 millimeters. Oh, that should have been 600. There you go. So, the actual largest bubblegum bubble was 508 millimeters. So that is about 20 inches. And the record was set using just 3 pieces of bubblegum. So there you go. If anyone is really interested in bubbles, then actually, to be the world record, it has to be a hands-free bubble with a piece of bubblegum. So there you go. Alright, lots of guesses coming in still. That's because of my delay here. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me yet again here at the Stay In. I will be back next week, same time, same place. And then again the week after on the 11th. Happy birthday to various members of my family on that day. And then on the 18th it is the Christmas quiz. So I will leave you by putting up that little slide. If you want to tell anyone about these quizzes, and especially the Christmas quiz, please do, because the more the merrier. But yeah, thank you once again for giving up your Friday night to keep me amused for just over an hour. Have a great weekend and stay safe wherever you are, and in whatever tier you will be in when lockdown gets lifted. And I shall speak to you all again same time next week. Good night, Scuizzes.